Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie Ellis Ecke, and I am here with my really good friend and lovely person, Diane Cunningham Ellis. We are not related. Ellis is my maiden name, and that's her married name. But anyway, I'm going to let Diane introduce herself because she's into so many things. I can't keep up with it all. So, Diane, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you're into these days?
Sure. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited that we've known each other for 17 years. And I am a former counselor. I'm a coach for a long, long time, about 2 decades. I've been coaching. I coach women that want to build their business, transform their body, walk through breakthroughs. I'm in recovery. We've got so many things in common. I've got 7 years of sobriety and a couple years under my belt in a couple other 12-step fellowships. And it's been great to hang out with you more this year, Steph, because you've been in one of my mastermind groups, Brave
Oh,
Creations Inner Circle.
Diane is actually my coach. She's now coaching me on how to get my business more online, and I'm working on an online class, and she's been mentoring me. And so, like, we never outgrow the need to learn. And sometimes people that we've known for a long time have a lot to share at certain seasons and times of our lives.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning because, of course, we were on another call together today, and I've learned so much from you over these years. And we all have so much to teach. Like we have so many tools in our tool belt. I went to RAM training with you. I've learned from you about recovery and about healing, and we can all sit in the classroom with each other and really just absorb and be willing to learn, So yeah, it's been a great friendship, and I can't wait to see what else God does.
I was thinking about, I met you in a Jogging for Jesus group at Forest Hills Presbyterian Church. And then we went on to become life purpose coaches, and we had a little coaching office at the church, and we just did all kinds of things. We were running around like chickens. And then then you got transferred, or you guys moved to Marble Falls, right? Or Wichita Falls.
Softballs, yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm taking this class from you, and I mean it's amazing. In these 10 years, that you moved, and then I'll let you tell your story. I won't tell your story, but all the experience you've gained through the years of learning coaching and how to get a business to flourish and how to do social media. And I mean, you're like a master at these videos and social media, and creating your own class, and just like today, learning about our Facebook pixels, all kinds of stuff that I didn't know about. So you are a font of information. So tell them a little bit about your programs that you offer right now. I know you've got like 3 different levels, so tell them about that.
Sure. I've got two main programs right now. One is called the Nourished Life Club, and that's really kind of more holistic, and it's body and mind, and about like all month long we're working on boundaries, and we all need a little help on boundaries. But my biggest program, the one that you're engaged in, is called Brave Creations Inner Circle, and it is this one, Brave Creations Inner Circle. And so I've been doing this one for about 5 years, and we'll be opening up the 2021 version here soon. And it's like 13, 14 women that are just like you, high level in their field, but maybe need to take it to the next level. Learn a new way of providing. And that can be building an online classroom or writing their first book. We have two women in our group in the middle of their book launches, right? And so, yeah, I have learned a thing or two about a lot.
Well, you
About
have. I mean, you created a nonprofit organization, and there's a huge classroom there with all the classes that you created, and then you sold that, and you started this. And I've been in and out of different things that you've done, but this year I did do the intense mentoring class, and I've got to say it's been great. We had two 2-day intensives, that have been wonderful, especially during COVID, to get together, and we've kind of created a good community of support for each other. And for me, I wanted to kind of uh, be able to reach more people than just one-on-one sessions with what I do, since I'm doing the RIM training and I'm doing the, private practice. And so you're helping me create an online classroom, and you've done that so much, and there's so much to it. It's unbelievable how much you know, Diane. And I'm telling you, she's a font of information. If you guys need any help with your business, and you don't just have coaches, tell who you work, the different kinds of people that you work with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You and I happen to be, of course, from the mental health background, but we have all types of people in the group, everything from virtual assistants to, gosh, I'm trying to think. I've helped a woman who was a dog trainer. I've helped women who are we have productivity experts. We have, women that own like brick and mortar places too. So it's no matter where we are, like God has given each of us a gift, and I need to learn how to share that message out there so that more people can hear it. And we, especially this year, we need to go up. We need to go virtual, raise up, and get your courses that you teach in person. Basically, I mean, you're teaching people one-on-one as a counselor. And so I get it. I used to do that too, but we can reach so many people by recording the training that you just said to 3 clients, recording that little as a module, and maybe giving a worksheet on boundaries or on forgiveness or on, healing meditation, and being able to connect with people as do it, on an online class, so that they maybe watch that video before their next private session or before their next group coaching experience. And no matter what we're selling, that serves the purpose for healing from infidelity, which is one of our fellow sisters, and it also healing from trauma. Okay, I'm going to watch the training and then be ready to talk about it when we gather. It's really powerful.
Yeah, and we do have a wonderful group, and it runs from the groups that you do. This program, the Brave Creations Inner Circle, runs from what month to what month?
I've been doing it from April till November. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it the same way in 2021. I'm looking at kind of, every year I update it, revise it, tweak it a little bit. And I do want to mention really quickly, if I can, stuff. I've got a free workshop coming up. It's open to the public, and it's called Create Your Brave Vision, and it's free. It's 90 minutes. It's a big deep dive, and so everybody that's watching this video, you're invited to this. We'll put the link into the group, and it's a great kind of free gift I give to the world. And so, I mean, if you want to check me out, like we do, you can check that out first, and then, we would talk about whether or not I'd be the right person for you to come to the next level with us.
So it's Diane Cunningham on Facebook, and if they go there, they'll find all your different stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, under Facebook, I'm Diane Cunningham Ellis, and then on my website, it's DianeCunningham.com. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, you mentioned you were in recovery. So of course, knew you before you were in recovery, and you were married. She's got a big life story of all the things that have happened. And you were married to someone else, and you guys had a plane wreck. I don't know, there was all kinds of stuff. And now you're married to sorry, what's your husband's name? Jim.
Yeah.
And and I've met Jim. He's a sweet guy, sweetheart. He cuts up fruit for us when we have our masterminds, and he goes and gets our food and all kinds of stuff. And he seems like a great guy. I'm so happy for you. So she is such a wonderful story about finding your true love. And, you struggled in that single time and through the divorce and all that. I've known you through that whole time. And then you got sober before you got sober before you met Jim, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your recovery story.
Nice, nice. Thank you. Yeah, I got sober 7 years ago after my incomprehensible demoralization moment, which included a liter of tequila. And, I was I was running the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs by day, and workaholics need a way out. So every night I would have my wine or margaritas or meet friends, and it got worse after my divorce. As we know in the big book, it talks about, for women sometimes it's the fast launch. And so my divorce was in 2011, and I had a couple more years of drinking in me, and then hit bottom, and have been sober ever since. And I'm just so grateful, because there was people along the way like you, and another woman in Wichita Falls named Sherry. People along the way that were like kind of mile markers, I would call it. Like you gave me a dose of recovery information. And I knew about recovery from Overeaters Anonymous, which was my very first program that I ever got introduced to. I've got my, let's see, hold out. I have my third edition big book. I love this story because I got this in 1991.
Wow.
And I've had it this whole time. I've moved probably 30 times. I don't know how many. I was 18, 19 years old, and I've never let go of this book. And that just makes me want to cry right now because it's been a
You're a
lifeline,
seeker.
and
You've
I
always
didn't
been a
know.
seeker.
Say it again.
You've always been a seeker,
Yes,
and you've
I've
always
always been a
been looking for health to be healthy as long as I've known you.
yeah. Well, I always want to learn more and grow, and God gives us. We're not running late. Like I wasn't late to recovery.
No.
I wasn't late to meet my husband. I needed to walk through all those things to get across, to be at the right moment where I was finally willing to let go of alcohol. And I've had to let go, like we all have to let go of a lot of extra stuff. Like there's layer after layer. But I'm so grateful. I got to be on a meeting this morning, and I get the honor of being in recovery and being on meetings.
And that's one of the great things about you is you're so authentic, and you'll find if you sign up for her Facebook group or whatever, any of her groups, you'll find out about how wonderfully authentic Diane is. And it's refreshing. And you share your journey with all of us. It's really neat. I remember you came to my house right after you got sober and told me about your demoralizing weekend, and I was so proud of you. And you share your recovery with the world. There's a really good movie. Have you seen that movie, The Anonymous People?
Oh yeah, about how yeah, I saw
All
that
the
years
amazing
ago.
people that are in recovery, and how we need to share it. That maybe that's not what they meant by anonymity. Is
Right.
so I like the way you do it.
Thank you.
And so you also now you've recently become a food coach, or what is it? Healthy eating coach.
Yeah, mind body eating coach, mind body food coach.
And so
Yeah.
that's part of what you've incorporated into the Nourish program.
Yeah, so my weight has been everything from 203 pounds to 122. Now you know, I'm neither of those, FYI. And that's right. That's the right answer. And so I've had to really learn, and every day, that's much more of a. I'll just say it straight up. The food and dieting addiction, woo, it's a beast
Yeah, I do.
because we don't get to put the plug in the jug, you know. I've got to deal with my food every day. And what am I eating? What am I not eating? How many times a day am I thinking about my eating, even when I'm not eating? And so I went through a training for that. I'm in a program for that. But I just know I'm not the only one. Hallelujah, you know. And that we suffer. We suffer with this body dysmorphia. We think we can't see ourselves.
Either I think I'm huge or I think I'm tiny. And I don't obsess about food very much anymore because I found a way that works for me. But I will say that addiction to dieting and thinking I need to lose weight and I need to go on a diet, especially those of us who don't necessarily fit the cultural ideal in our body type, is extremely hard. I mean, to me, that's been one of the hardest addictions. I can't say I'm completely over it because I'm not. Because, it's like I will deal with feelings if stuff's going on, thinking that I'm gonna get on top of it by putting myself on a diet and getting a food plan. And that doesn't work. But I still keep trying it at times. So
Right. Yes. Yes. My husband was just out of town, and like because I have this sickness. Before he left, I was like, okay, well, what diet can I do while he's gone? I mean, only sick people think like
right. But
that.
still, I don't know about that because it's our culture. Our culture, women in our culture, we don't feel okay about ourselves the way we are.
Yes.
And that's something that you and I both do, and you're so good at it, and I hope I can do it too, is help women love themselves exactly where they are, because that's when we change. Nothing changes until we accept completely where we are.
Yes, and I mean, you do that. You've been doing that many more years. I mean, you and I have been on similar paths, and for years before we even knew we were, right? And then God connected us, and we have so many crossovers, which is so cool. And our job, my job, your job, is to show up and help women heal.
And help ourselves, we have to help ourselves to be able to help women. And that's what I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
about you do. You're not just working on helping women. You're working on healing Diane at the same time, which I
All the time.
I am too. Yeah.
I know, like every day. Okay, I need to do all this, and then I can teach, maybe share a little sprinkle of that with these women that God has gifted me with. Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, you and I are in a unique position of grace and willingness to be willing. And I know I have every single thing like that I'm trying to teach my women. I'm learning it too every day. Boundaries. Oh gosh. Okay.
Well, I think one thing that attracted us to each other, you're super compulsive, and so am I. And that has never completely gone away, but I feel like God has helped me channel it into some healthy areas. I still have my compulsivity though. Like I still have my iced tea. But you did stop your Starbucks addiction.
I've stopped a couple of my addictions. Yes, I stopped going to Starbucks every day after going there for 25 years every day. And I will toot my own horn. This is a weird thing, but in January I stopped my sugar-free gum addiction. Now, some people are like,
I
huh?
still do sugar-free gum. So that is a big deal.
It is a big deal, and I keep track of it. And it was like January 26th, and I have it on my little days counter because it's like we get addicted to putting things in. Like some people smoke. Okay, well when I got off smoking, I moved to the Nicorette gum,
Me
and then
too.
I moved to the regular gum,
Me
and
too.
I never let it go.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
began to realize, I mean, I can be addicted to anything that sounds good, tastes good. I want 25 of them, every color, all the things.
Exactly.
And so in January, I had to get myself off of the shit because I think I was chewing a pack a day. I mean,
Well, I don't do that much anymore, but I did switch. I did go from gum to Nicorette. I mean, from smoking to Nicorette to gum. And
right?
that's been 33 years. So,
We
oh,
need to tell the story of the go, do, and be seen.
oh yeah. Yeah. That is one thing that I read that somewhere that the compulsive, I think it's in Work Addicts Anonymous or something, how we have to go, do, and be seen. That's what compels us. And I can't see that's completely gone either, but during COVID, I haven't gone, done, and been seen too much. How about
Right.
you?
No, well, I mean, I was already online teaching, so nothing much changed for me. But I do feel that feeling. Like this weekend, I'm trying to practice removing myself from social media all day, every day. And so I'm doing like once a week, a 24-hour break. And it messes with me because I'm used to getting a lot of feedback. and a lot of validation and a lot of going, doing, and being seen on my device, right? So clickety clackety, I can get some, endorphins.
Right.
So, but yeah, I still have that addiction of wanting to be known, be liked, be,
That probably comes from childhood stuff that
yeah,
we both have that we've talked about. You know, some certain abandonment. We're looking out here to fill that up. I can't say it's totally gone for me either. Um, I did join you in your 24-hour Facebook fast. It wasn't that hard because I don't think I'm that addicted to Facebook anymore. But I do like it, and I like to see who's engaged in my group and all that. It's fun, and it can also meet that need that,
right,
really only our higher power can meet, but we're still trying,
right,
and this is why I do like inner child work that I do, because it helps teaches us, how to connect inside with compassion, with
yeah,
self-compassion. And it's a lifelong learning. Learning self-compassion is a lifelong thing. Learning how to slow down, learning meditation, learning how to connect inside, learning how to stop running. This is for our personalities, type A. It's a lifelong thing. But you have calmed down so much and you're so much more grounded. And yet you're still Diane with all your energy and your spark, which I love because you don't want to lose that.
no, no, yeah. I mean, and it's always a balance of, looking at my motives. So, I mean, this is an important thing I've learned in recovery. Why am I doing this thing? Why am I doing this because this is, I mean, as entrepreneurs, as women in business, I have to promote. I have to promote myself. If not, there is nobody coming to the.
Nobody's going to do it.
So I've got to promote, but I also need to know why am I posting the, check my motives, because sometimes it's like I don't need to do that. And only us can, like, you can't decide that for me. I have to, do self-seeking. I have to do self-awareness. And the only way I know to do that is one day at a time.
Yeah. And I think that one day at a time also helps us accept where we are right now. That we are a work in progress. All of us are a work in progress. None of us are where we are going to be or where we necessarily want to be. That doesn't mean we can't be content with where we are. And that's what I think. I think you have a lot of contentment now.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
It's really great
Yeah,
to
I
see.
feel I feel like I have more of a grounding. I still have my energy. I mean, that's not going to change. People are always like, where do you get your energy? I don't know. I mean, it's like some people are born with a lot, some people are born with a little. Use what you've got, sister. Use what you've got. But we all need a docking station, kind of a grounding. Where do I go to check in and be safe and regroup? And all of those are for me like healing routines and rituals that I'm learning about, and I'm improving on. And recovery teaches us so much about that. What it's one day at a time in a marriage. It's one day at a time to build a business. I have to just show up and do my best today, just like what you and I are both doing right now.
Okay, so if they want to find you, it's Diane Cunningham, Facebook, dianecunningham.com. That's your website. You have the Nourish Life Club and Brave Creation Inner Circle. And there's a Brave Nation is a free one, right?
Oh yeah. I've got a free group. The link to that is on my website, dianecunningham.com, or you can just look up Brave Women Nation.
And if you want to check out Diane, that's a good place to start, the free one. But you're going to want to hire her for something. I know that. And because I've been hiring you for years off and on,
Yeah.
years. So, I highly recommend Diane is she's wonderful and she shares her life. So you want to get on her Facebook group and you want to check out her website and keep posted with what she's doing because she's always doing something. She's always doing something new. I can't keep up with you. So okay, so let's give like 5 or 6 tips for women entrepreneurs. What would be your top 3 or 4 tips?
Yeah, top 3 or 4 tips would be to I'm just gonna go with 3 C's. To stay coachable. Okay. And these are just off the cuff. I'm making this up right now.
I
Stay
agree with that. Stay coachable. Totally agree
stay,
with that.
stay coachable. I mean, be willing to learn new stuff. I'm always coaching, always coachable. The second tip I would say is stay connected. I need my people. I need to bounce things off. I need to bounce ideas. I need to hear your input. I need to be connected to women that are walking side by side with me.
You kind of have to have your team, your tribe or whatever, your team.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. You're part of mine.
Yeah, yeah. And then the third one
I would
is
say for through the third one of them would be consistency. Like
mm,
we talked about, decide how many hours a week you want to put into your business and do that. Put it in your calendar because it's not going to happen by itself. I mean, I have to, even though I'm not working, seeing clients, that's still working. I've got to put it on my calendar. I've got to work on my business. I've got to work on marketing, or I've got to work on creating something or making phone calls or something toward my business.
exactly. Yeah, thank you for finding my third C because it was right here on a post-it.
She'll probably
And
have a video. She'll have a video about this tomorrow. She'll already make a
right,
video.
yeah, you're right. I will.
Yeah, I know. You'll see it. You'll see it. She's like unbelievable. Well, any last parting words?
I just want to like give you a kudos and just say I'm grateful. I'm just grateful, and I love watching you rise up. I'm celebrating every word every day in one of my groups. We're picking a new word, and it's really fun to kind of pick a word. Let God help me pick a word for the group for the day. And so today that's been the word. Celebrating our friendship, celebrating that we're actually showing up. We're doing new things, celebrating every step. So I love you, Steph.
Love you
You
too.
are a delight.
And you too. And I celebrate you and all your growth. And it's delightful watching you and working with you. Okay,
Excellent.
friend.
All right, honey. Have
God
a good
bless
day.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.